Hi, welcome back to Big Wet Art. My name is Alina and I really did not want to post this video. I know what you're thinking, then why did I? Well, once I fought through the urge to discard this file, my iPad, the past year of my artistic evolution, and subsequently this channel because of how sorely unoriginal and off-putting this piece looked to me the entire time I was suffering through it, I decided that just like any other walk of life or hobby, my mistakes are inevitably never ending. So perhaps I should be embracing them instead of avoiding them? That's what a healthy person would do. I know the idea of never-ending fuck-ups sounds kind of hopeless, but the way I see it, as long as I'm making mistakes, I'm still learning. And that's the reason I started this channel in the first place. So before you see all the horrible decisions I'm about to make and my lackluster attempt at hiding those mistakes, make sure you hit the subscribe button for a hopefully slightly but not too much better try at becoming a technically good artist next week, which is my long-winded way of saying that I post a video every week for those of you who are interested. Anyway, let's get back to the atrocity that is this video, this hair. One of the culprits behind the weirdness of this composition, I think, is lack of planning. The older I get, the more I realize how crucial it is to make, at the bare minimum, a rough plan of whatever endeavor you are about to undertake. Whether that's adulthood or a Procreate time-lapse YouTube video, apparently I don't plan for either. On a serious note though, I notice whenever I do 2 to 4 rough thumbnail sketches of whatever I want to draw, or at the very least have a theme in mind before I start drawing, it always turns out more polished and looking similar to what I had initially pictured. Maybe some of you are thinking, okay, this isn't great, but it's not that bad either. Well, I guess in all honesty, I'm a bit hard on myself when my art doesn't turn out how I planned. Which is actually another reason art can sometimes go from downhill to further downhill. When I get in my head about the result instead of the steps to take to actually get there, it makes me rush and panic and lose my will to draw, which is not great, you know, when what you're doing is literally drawing. So instead of focusing more on planning in the first place, or then giving my attention to the composition when something looks wrong, I ended up just feeling dissatisfied and disappointed with everything, to the point where my options came down to either destroying the whole thing or strategically covering up the parts that I couldn't figure out how to fix, which is not dissimilar to how I've navigated most of my romantic relationships. Nevertheless, this is my attempt at the latter option, covering everything up and praying that it would end in a good state that was semi-presentable for all of you, which actually I guess it kind of did. Every time I look at this, I'm definitely going to remember what I did wrong, but the chances of me making the same mistakes in the future are now slimmer, and I call that a win. I hope you enjoyed watching this time-lapse more than I enjoyed making it, but I also hope that maybe you got something out of it, even if it's just the feeling that you're not alone if you're struggling with growing your skills in art or whatever it is that you do and trying to get better at it. Just remember to keep going and remember that mistakes are a sign of progress. And that's it for today. Bye.